My name is Mateo. I'm the program director at KISS FM here in Boise, and it basically entails being in charge of everything that comes out of the speakers. So whether it's a person or a song or a promotion. I've been working here in Boise at KISS for 8 years, and I have been in radio altogether since my first gig for 16 years now. My first job was not glamorous, so I sent a message on MySpace to a guy that was on the radio here in Boise, and I said, "Hey, I think this sounds like a really cool job." And it turned into a thing when I was in high school of washing vans, setting up station events, and cleaning the station warehouse. And I loved it. I got free concert tickets for doing it. Fell in love with it. We're a part of a lot in the community. There's always something on the air that's promotional. So whether it's an experience for a listener and a winner, or something that's trying to drive results for a client, there's always something in it for the listener. But throughout the year, our signature events are things like Boise Music Festival and a back to school haircut campaign that we do in a low-income area of town each year. I think that, or at least we try to be a place where service meets fun, in that everyone, thanks to cars, has a radio. It's a lot of how can we make someone's day brighter, but also, where appropriate, call attention to things that are happening in our community that may be not so fun, tragedies, needs, communities that are underserved. I would say that in the beginning it was a lot of like, I want to have fun. There's a shine on wanting to have fun, but what I've learned over the years is that radio is extremely impactful. And I'll never forget, it gives me chills, I'll never forget the time that a mom emailed and said that her daughter was being bullied, and she was going through all of this mental health stuff. They couldn't afford tickets to see 21 Pilots, and is there any way we can go to see 21 Pilots? Seeing this middle school girl's entire aura change as she learned she was going to get to go to a concert, everything going on up here, I never looked at what we do the same again. I would say that personally, being committed to a career like this is a challenge because it's a lifestyle. You don't get to come in at 8 and leave at 5. I would say it's helped me to be more compassionate for things that I didn't know existed. Growing personal compassion or care for things that the general public doesn't always see. One of the fun things that we get to do as a radio station that really has no justification other than being the life of the party, I guess. Our radio station's had a strong relationship with Boise staple Rocky Johnson and her well-known bar downtown, Hump and Hannah's. It's another opportunity for us to keep our radio station relevant and active in the community. So when it comes to a radio station, there are a few different departments. I would say that there are 4. There's programming, which is everyone that's on the air or contributing to on-air product. There's production, who makes the commercials that you'll hear on the radio station. There's promotions, who is putting on and supporting all of our events, big or small. And there's sales, who is literally bringing in revenue so that we can continue to operate. Betsy Boland is a perfect example of a sales professional and an advocate for the brand. Betsy's been here for over a decade. She's worked in radio, advertising, marketing for her entire life. At one point owned a radio station. Perception on radio is interesting because I remember I got my first job and my parents were very excited that I was eager to make money and help pay for my own things. Until they realized how much I loved radio. There's a perception that radio is dying, and as I went on to study at college, I remember really not participating in college as much as I should have, because I loved working at the radio station that just also happened to be in Spokane. And so I would frequently have college instructors say, well, radio, that's a dying medium. Now, our revenue of over $12, $13 million a year says otherwise. Everyone in my role across the country, programmers, everyone programs differently. When my time here at KISS is done, I hope that my legacy will be that we had this radio station everywhere, meaning something to as many people as possible, more than just a place to find music. And so we're constantly finding ways to work ourselves into the community, whether it's in a super fun way or in a heartfelt way, but we need to be, there needs to be a third dimension. We need to be more to people than just a playlist. And so I'm content with my legacy being community driven.